Welcome back to But I'm Still a Good Person by Vince Nicholas. This is the West Sac Best Eats edition where we talk about our favorite food or food experiences we've had in West Sacramento. I'm joined by my sparkling wife, Carolyn Nicholas.
Hi, everybody.
Hello, honey. Thank you for joining me at our dining room table on this episode of the podcast. So on this one, we will be reviewing 3 West Sac eateries. The first one is Streets of London, which has there's 2 locations. There's one in West Sacramento and there's one in Midtown. We will be reviewing our dishes there, our entrees there. We also went to Tsuki, which is spelled Tsuki.
Do you think it's pronounced Suki?
Yes, absolutely.
So,
but they put the T in there, and I'm not out here avoiding consonants, honey.
So you're being funny when you say Tsuki?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Most of my life is being funny, honey. That rhymes. By the way, T is a letter in an alphabet, and 3 is a number in a... What is the...
numerical thing?
Order? I couldn't think of it. Came up in conversation the other day, and I couldn't come up with. And you know what? The worst part, I was trying to be funny.
Aww.
And when you get delayed or stalled in an attempt at humor,
I know.
You walk off stage left with your head down, staring at the floor, and you hope everyone forgets what happened. So, Streets of London, Tsuki Sushi, also in West Sacramento, and Vientiane. Well,
what?
It's spelled Vientiane.
We say Vientiane.
Right. We don't know how to officially pronounce Vientiane.
We don't know what we're doing.
We began lovingly, affectionately calling it Vientiane because my mom's name is Tien.
Oh, yeah.
Thien.
Vien for Vietnam.
Right.
Tien for your mom, Tien.
Right. Vientiane.
Vientiane.
And we never officially asked an employee what it's pronounced because who cares? But these are all West Sacramento restaurants, and we've been to them all, and we're going to knock them out 3 in a row because they're not chains, and most people can't relate and don't know what we're talking about. So the first one, Streets of London.
Thank you for joining us, by the way.
Thank you. Thank you for listening. Thank you for your patronage. So the first one, let's start off with Streets of London in the West Sacramento location branch.
Yeah.
We've eaten there twice. We got pickup once. I brought it back here.
Yeah.
We brought it back here.
Yeah, that was back in the day of like no dine-in whatsoever of COVID.
Right.
So you brought it home to us.
Right. And second time there was dine out.
Yes.
We ate outside.
Yeah, we ate outside at the patio dining.
Right, on a table, but we couldn't go inside because, oh my God, we're going to die, everyone. So let's talk about ambiance. The inside... Did you go there? You went to the inside the second time, right?
The second time, yes.
I went to the inside both times. Well, it's the same. Okay. But it's very cool.
Yeah.
It's like a bar. And you lived in London for a part.
I lived in London for 7 months.
Yes.
I worked in a pub. That was my job the whole time I was there. I was a barmaid at a pub.
Bar wench or barmaid, honey?
My boss called me barmaid.
And
so, yeah, it felt very authentic. It was super fun. I enjoyed the ambiance for that reason. And like, I wish I could go there when it was like in full swing, full indoor capacity.
Back in the day. By the way, can I call you bar wench?
You sure can.
In the boom boom room later tonight.
You can call me whatever you want.
Or tomorrow morning. But yeah, I've been to London. It's got like it's soccer themed. Like you imagine yourself watching a football match on the television, FUTBOL, aka soccer. You imagine being at West Sacramento, Streets of London location, watching a football match on the television, or the other classic English pub trope. You imagine yourself getting into a fist fight at the West Sacramento.
Listen, I'm so happy to report that I witnessed both of these events authentically.
Really?
They really happened in real life.
Yes. And which was more entertaining? Watching a bunch of drunk English guys get into a fight or care about professional sports? Diego Maradona.
Definitely the drunk friends getting into fistfights.
Ah.
So entertaining.
We're gonna get into a fist fight here.
We, like all of us, the employees, literally, like we gathered around.
Yes.
And we were commentating. It was so much fun.
Oh, you did play-by-play.
It was such a good time.
Joe Rogan and Max Kellerman. I'm sorry for that reference that 2% of you got.
I didn't get it.
So, again, we dined outside, but we went inside to order our food, and you had to wear a mask and blah, 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 blah. But it's cool. They got the decor, and there's a lot of open space. It's a nice space for a bar.
I hope we can go back. Let's go back when it's like not COVID times. Yeah.
No, for sure.
For sure, yeah.
And the outside at the West Sacramento location is nice. They got some tables, and you got some room to spread your elbows. It's a decent location. And we drive by there often on weekends, and there's people out and about, and they're doing their thing, and they're eating, and they're drinking. So it's a lively event situation going on there. Now, when we went, we went because when you married me, honey, you realized that you quickly realized that I go to places when they open. I don't like to wait around until 2 or 3 o'clock like these losers.
Yes.
So we went there when they open at 11-ish, 11:01, 11.
With you, my love.
Yes.
You gotta literally arrive 3 minutes to opening,
right?
Because you got to be the first customer. That's the way you roll.
That's the only way to live. You got to look through the window tint and be like, "Where are the employees? I see you back there. Open the door. Open the door." But when we went, it was again when they opened. We were the only ones there, and which so. What happened next confounds me. We ordered, waitress took our order, and we waited for like a half hour, maybe 35 minutes for our food.
A really long time. We were the only patrons.
Right.
Well, no. We were at least the first patrons. I think some people came in right after us and ordered. Okay, so... Yeah, it was perplexing because we waited really long for our food.
Right. And it was just like, what's going on here? There's no one else here. And it's due to COVID, so there's very little business in general. So what the heck is going on? Again, we waited outside on a uncomfortable table and chairs for 35 minutes.
Yeah.
So let's get to what we ordered. I ordered... Oh, well... We always start with what you ordered, honey. But
do we?
We do. What did you order, darling? Okay. And I'll read the description from the menu.
My main dish from the main menu was just the classic fish and chips.
Okay. Which is described as Icelandic.
Ooh.
Cod. Icelandic cod. Fried in our signature Newcastle beer batter. Served with seasoned chips. Those are French fries for you layman Americans.
You American losers.
Losers! And across the pond, losers. Why don't you get Trump out of office? Okay, we ate there when Trump was in office, okay? Calm down. Okay. Icelandic cod fried in signature Newcastle beer battered, served with seasoned chips and house-made tartare sauce.
Ta-ta.
Did you get a full portion or half? Do you remember?
I got a half.
Okay, so it was $9.50 for this fish and chips on a tray.
And I will tell you the reason I got a half.
Yes.
Is because of the other thing I ordered. Mm-hmm. This is not on their main menu. This is like on their special weekend or daily order.
This is like Animal Fries secret menu, in and out.
Babe.
Yes.
Listeners, brace yourselves for this. Mm-hmm. If you're not following me on the Instagram, you should be. Because I posted a picture of this the day we went there.
Yes.
Boy, girl, men.
Yes.
This is sourdough.
Cat's dog. Yes.
Sourdough toast. Covered with a bacon jam.
Whoa.
Covered with a melted brie.
Ah, I remember this.
Covered with some sort of green cilantro lettuce garnish.
I'm a chef and I'm expressing myself.
You guys.
So I'm going to sprinkle these leaves. Yes.
You guys. Mm-hmm. This was orgasmic.
Well, let's all calm down there. So this isn't on the menu.
This isn't, well, no, not on the normal menu. This is on like their special weekend.
Okay,
specialty.
So this is like they hand you the menu and then they're like, here's another piece of paper
this
wrapped
is like,
in plastic.
This is like written on a chalkboard
Right.
stand in the lobby of the restaurant when we went inside. So
and
this
they kind of grab your elbow and they say, shh, here's a secret menu.
And like, okay, girl.
You're special.
I got you.
It'll be here in 45 minutes. I do remember what you're describing.
And that's the reason that I ordered a half size of fish and chips. Because this sounded rather filling and
right.
Yeah. So
just you're indulging.
It wasn't like a
cheese.
It wasn't
and
like a side salad. Like
toast.
It was a meal.
Right.
And I was like, boy, I gotta have that. And then I was like, boy.
I think you said that to the waitress. Boy, I gotta have that.
I had to have the fish and chips because, oh my God, I love fish and chips. Mm-hmm. You know what? I love me. What's that white sauce?
Tartare.
I love me some tartare sauce.
Yeah.
Some tartare sauce.
It's good. They put relish in there.
Oh, man. So whenever I have the opportunity to get a fish and chip, I gotta go for it. Mm-hmm. But yeah, because I had this like sourdough brie jam thing.
Okay.
I was like, okay, I need both, but not a full size of both.
Right.
Okay.
So let's start with the what did I read? The menu description: cod, Icelandic cod,
fried. Oh, listen.
How would you
French
rate?
fries and fried fish?
Right.
With a tartar sauce and. They give you a side of vinegar you can drizzle on top, which I always do.
Oh,
hey,
really? Yeah, okay.
Did you ever live in London?
I
don't think so.
I was there for 2 to 3 days with my friend Chris. Okay.
Well, I was there
Chris
for 7 months.
Oh, okay.
So I beat you.
So, okay. Vinegar is legit, and it belongs on fish and chips.
Yeah, I mean, just as with like fried chicken or anything fried, you can't go wrong with a fried meat.
Anything.
So I had fried fish.
And potatoes. fried protein and carbs. That should be a new restaurant, honey.
Fried potatoes.
We fry protein and carbs. Come on in.
So it was delicious, obviously.
Okay.
But the real star of this was that sourdough toast, melted brie, and bacon jam.
Yes.
It was divine.
Yes.
I relished in it.
Yeah.
I felt like I was at the peak of my lifetime. Like I could have died on the way home and I would have been happy.
There's nowhere to go but down from here.
It was divine. It was awesome.
I remember eating it. It was something. It wasn't my cup of tea, but who am I? I'm a loser. Who cares? As Lennox, darling son Lennox Opera says, we all have different taste buds. So it wasn't my deal, but I recognize that there's a lot of things going on here. It's something significant. Yeah. It's not my deal, but you enjoyed it.
I have 2 favorite cheeses.
Yes.
And if you love me, you'll know this.
One is goat.
One is goat cheese.
Yeah.
Good job. You love me.
Because Amanda Wilkins, our former / current realtor, bought goat cheese and dates. It was like an appetizer thing from Nugget Market. She brought it to us at some point in our relationship where she made $7,000 from a year.
This woman knows what she's doing because she came to a house hunt with us. Mm-hmm. She brought some goat cheese and conveniently was like, "Oh, I have leftover goat cheese." Mm-hmm. Did she know that was my favorite cheese?
Maybe.
Was she trying to woo me? Because it worked. It worked.
Yes, she made several $1,000s from 60 minutes of us each weekend of having to endure our pickiness of a home, honey.
We were so dang picky, honey.
Oh my gosh, it took forever for us to end up in this lovely condominium that we currently reside in. But you like goat cheese.
I love
What's the
goat
second
cheese.
Yes.
I love number 2. Brie cheese.
Okay.
I adore it. So
I'm writing
so this
down.
was like singing to me. This appetizer was singing to my heart and my soul.
Yes.
So and then sourdough, I love sourdough bread so much.
Yes.
So these are just like a couple of my favorite ingredients. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I felt like I was Gordon Ramsay on MasterChef. And
you weren't the bald guy, the mean bald guy?
Well, nobody knows who he is, so I'm not going to name him.
Yes.
Anyway, so yeah, it was awesome. Mm-hmm. I was happy. Mm-hmm. It was sublime. And for me, the long wait we had was worth it because I got like 2 of my favorite dishes of all time. Mm-hmm.
So 1 to 10, how would you rate the Icelandic cod and pub fries?
Well,
fritas?
you know what? Fish and chips, it's hard to mess up. Okay?
Right.
So
it is hard to mess up.
It's so hard to mess up.
Yeah.
So I'll go ahead and give it a 9.
Okay.
This sourdough toast,
yes,
melted brie, bacon jam was a goddamn...
You mean GD, honey?
Oh, I'm sorry.
Gosh dang, GD. Yes.
Gosh
it's okay.
Dang, 9.9.
A 9.9, but why is it 0.1 off from perfection?
Because
honey?
I feel like I always give things perfect scores.
Because of the 50-minute wait?
Because of the 50-minute wait. Like, I was your first patron.
Right.
What are you waiting for?
Get it out the dough.
Yeah.
We're out here.
It was phenomenal.
We do a podcast.
Honestly, it was divine. They don't know we do this podcast.
Right. I mean, we have, 2, 3, 4 listeners.
And we love you, you 4 listeners.
Sometimes we break double digits. Okay. I got many things, but I'll go quickly. Streets Reuben, which is defined as beer. I'm a corned beef guy. Anytime there's corned beef on the menu, I'm all about that corned beef. I love corned beef. I have fond memories of my mom on St. Patrick's Day every year, busting out the slow cooker and making corned beef, whatever the 8-hour recipe or 6-hour recipe, so it would fill the entire house with corned beef smell.
That's so cool.
Yeah, with potatoes and carrots and peppercorns. So I anytime, and it's very unique. You don't find corned beef in a lot of places. So when there's corned beef, I always get the corned beef.
And I never tasted this until you introduced me to it about a year ago or so.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's really great.
I'm a corned beef.
It's delicious.
Dude.
Yeah.
So Streets Reuben sandwich, which is described as a beer-braised corned beef, sauerkraut, Swiss cheese, and Russian dressing served on rye bread. $12.50 for a flippin' sandwich. Okay. The corned beef was good, but sauerkraut, Swiss cheese, Russian dressing, it was too much. I remember just thinking, this is too much going on. You need to mute everything, or the corned beef, let the corned beef shine.
Yeah.
Let the corned beef do its own thing. And with the cheese and the sauerkraut and the Russian dressing, it should be like just a sideshow, just helping the corned beef shine. And let it shine, much like Olivia Rivera at the Sequoia All-Stars talent show. Just let it shine. Don't dress it down. There was too much going on with the sauerkraut and the dressing. And so I didn't enjoy it. The corned beef was fine, but much like a talent show at Sequoia Elementary in Rosemont, California, with Olivia Rivera doing her thing to Pitbull Tinder. Is that what she danced with, her little cousin or whatever? Just let the corned beef shine and don't weigh it down. I thought it was just way too much going on. I didn't enjoy it. And for $12.50 for a flippin' sandwich, super overpriced. I would give it a 6 based on the corned beef alone. Again, we've been there twice. Once we brought it back here, we pick up. Once we ate there. The other thing I want to talk about, pub fries with garlic cheese. So I'm thinking, okay, fries with garlic cheese. I love when you dip in the cheese and then garlic cheese. You're promising me a life full of garlic cloves and yumminess. And it just very disappointing. It was the garlic cheese allegedly was just cheese. And it was very akin to nacho cheese, which is fine, which we do. We get with darling daughter Luna Marie, and we bake up a bunch of French fries, frozen French fries that are from Arby's or Rally's, which we get at Walmart, and we dip it in Dollar Tree nacho cheese, and it's outstanding. It's enjoyable, and I felt this pub fries with garlic cheese was pretty much the same thing.
Yeah.
And it was, it cost $8.50. Oh my
gosh.
Super overpriced.
Yeah, definitely.
Not a fan. And then the last thing I ordered, the last time we went there, was cottage pie. And that's described as minced Angus beef, carrots, celery, onion, and peas in a rich gravy under a blanket of mashed potatoes, toasted breadcrumbs, herbs, and melted cheeses. $13. Okay.
Wow. $13. That's
yeah.
steep. Oh, and you got it in that little...
Right, which
okay,
I'm about to get to.
Here you go.
Did I mention the pub fries with garlic cheese? $8.50.
Yep.
Not worth it.
Yep.
Okay, so cottage pie. Listen, we're out here. We were out here whenever we ate there several months ago. For some reason, they were like, we don't have dishes.
Yeah, because of COVID, for some reason,
right,
they couldn't serve anything on a real washable dish. Everything had to be like disposable plastic.
Right. So most stuff came in those styrofoam containers when you get takeout.
Yeah.
Okay.
Even though we were dining there,
right,
they gave it to us in these like takeout.
Right. So we're sitting there 3 feet from the door, and they're giving us takeout. Like, are we okay to stay here? Should we go home? This is very confusing. But the cottage pie, its container was those little round plastic containers. If you go buy pasta salad, if you go to a Save Mart or a Safeway or a Walmart and you say, hey, I want a pound of that pasta salad, they serve it in a little... round plastic container contraption. And again, if you're a Safeway Save Mart / Walmart, it's not a big deal. Yeah, thanks, no problem. But when you're paying $13 for this cottage pie, and it comes in this deli ready plastic container, to quote Emerald Lagasse, presentation matters.
Yeah.
You to quote Emerald Lagasse, you eat with your eyes first. So visually, it needs to be inviting and just pleasurable to look at. And when it comes in a Safeway deli container, it is not. You're just like, okay.
It's all squished up against the edges
right.
and sides. It's clear. Also, it was clear, so we could see.
Yeah, you could see all the levels and
streets of London. Come on.
It was just. I was just like, okay. So, so how did the dish taste? Listen, it's mashed potatoes and gravy and some meat. So it was,
Babe,
it was fine. Yes.
I've told you that I could cook you this here at our home.
What?
And you've always been like, can you? I don't think you can.
Have I?
Honey.
I'm a naysayer.
Well,
I'm an idiot. Don't listen to me. Yes.
I'm ready and prepared to cook you this at our house.
Okay. Right now? During
Tonight.
the pod? Let's make a YouTube.
Let's do it.
So this cottage pie, which came in a deli container, $13. Super underwhelming. It tasted fine. Again, you give me mashed potatoes and some meat and slather gravy. It's gonna be good on some level, but presentation matters. And it just I don't believe COVID was the reason for these stupid plastic, because we've eaten at many places during COVID, and things came on dishes.
Does COVID prohibit you from washing a plate?
Right.
Is that like what
did COVID cut off?
Is your reasoning?
Did COVID not pay the water bill? Did COVID?
So, okay, to be like 40 minutes of a wait time and then to bring us out a little plastic container that we could get in the Safeway deli.
Yes.
Guys, what are you doing?
Right. And, okay, you want to charge, what is this thing called? Angus? Cottage pie with Angus beef. You want to you want to serve it and you want to have it on your menu for not putting it on a plate and a 45-minute wait. How about take the price down from $13 to $8 or $9 or $7? Like it just made no sense. And again, it was fine to eat. I was not offended. It was inoffensive.
Yeah.
But it was super overpriced. Streets of Reuben sandwich, like I said.
Streets of London.
No, well.
Oh, is that the name of a...
Yes, the sandwich, the corned beef sandwich. Streets Reuben.
Okay.
$12.50, overpriced.
Yeah.
Pub fries with garlic cheese, $8.50, overpriced. And I have one more thing on here: Scotch egg, which I ordered the first time we got.
Yes.
Described as a boiled egg wrapped in house-made pork sausage. I'm a sausage dude. I love sausage. You know that, honey.
Mm-hmm.
Rolled in panko breadcrumbs, hecka crunchy going on, and fried until golden brown, served with curried aioli. $8. It was just, well, it was a fried boiled egg. And if that sounds weird, because it is weird, and it's not worth $8. So overall, my are amongst everything I ate and our two experiences at Streets, I would have to give it maybe a 4 out of 10, maybe a 5. What would you give it, darling?
My food, I personally thought was great.
Food,
but our overall experience was very dissatisfying.
Right, and that's what you want if you're going out to eat.
I know. So yeah, I'm with you, honey.
Mm-hmm.
Listen, we should have saved our money, booked a ticket to London. I could have taking you to the pub I used to work at. And
can I work here
got
again?
The food.
I'm back, yo.
that I served.
Can I reapply? What are the requirements?
I'm older, but I'm still hot.
What are the prerequisites?
I could still be your barmaid.
You could. Oh yeah, and then I'll sit there every day. I won't even get a room or to rent. We won't even get an apartment. You'll work there 24/7.
Okay.
I'll hang out at the bar 24/7. We'll probably run into Liam Gallagher and
probably
we'll cover Wonderwall.
You know what?
Is there a stage there? Yes.
My friend, who I worked with, literally ran into Chris Martin on the streets of London.
Chris, the guy from Wonderwall. No.
No,
Coldplay.
The guy from Coldplay. Yeah.
Gwyneth Paltrow. Mr.
So
Gwyneth
my friend
Paltrow.
who I was there with at the time.
Yes.
Also a California girl like me.
Yes.
Yeah. She met Chris Martin just there on the streets.
And then?
And then she was like, "Hey, I love your music." And he was like, "Cool, thank you."
Oh, he's so appealing. He didn't go, da, 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 da,
he didn't just start singing a hit right there on the street.
He didn't start busking like in Once.
And then,
What was the other movie you had me watch?
Pride and Prejudice.
No. The one where...
Sing Street.
Sing Street. There you go.
Oh my God.
And then what was the one sequel? Again?
Yeah. Again. Whatever it was called. With Keira Knightley.
No.
It was.
The one sequel with the ginger.
Okay.
Anyways.
Let's move on.
Yes. Let's move on to a restaurant in the same shopping center. By the way, this is about 2 miles from where we live.
This is on Lake Washington.
Lake Washington and Jefferson at the corner there.
By way of Jefferson Boulevard.
Yeah. We went to Tsuki Sushi.
Oh, I forgot about that.
Tsuki.
I forgot. Okay, here we go.
Yeah. It's a Japanese restaurant. And we've been there twice. Dined in twice.
Yeah.
Both with our wild chows.
Yep.
Wild chows. Now, I just want to focus on the second time. The second time, so we came in early. So they open at noon. First of all, opening at noon. Open at 11 like everyone else. Or if you open for breakfast, open super early. But they open at noon. We got there at 11:55. And normally, because I'm an early bird, as we talked about earlier, normally when a restaurant, they open at noon, but it's 11:55, their doors open. They're like, oh, come on in. It'll be a minute. Whatever. Who cares? Sit there. But it's welcoming. The door's open. Come on in. It's going to be a minute. We're still getting things together. We're still collecting things. Yeah. But cool. Hang out.
Yeah, this is what happened. We got there at like literally 11:55, yes. 11:56.
Right.
So what you did was you like gingerly pushed on the door.
Right.
Because you were like, is this unlocked?
Right.
And then it was unlocked. So you like poked your head in.
Yes.
And then you're like, you looked around for a moment, your head came out. Yes. And then a few seconds later, this guy he opened the door and put his head out.
You say guy, I say sorry, excuse for a man. Go ahead.
This guy like poked his head out and he's like, come in.
Right.
And we're like, okay.
Sorry,
we're coming in.
We're just trying to give you many dollars in patronage.
So we came in.
Right.
And this guy was, and then we came in. We came into like the entryway.
Into the establishment. And
then he's like, sit over there. Go.
Right. Well, normally, so he didn't even say, here, have a seat over here. Or he didn't even say, sit wherever you want. Or direct us to a specific booth. Hey, can you sit over here? Do you want to sit over there? It was just like, we just kind of looked around. We walked in, and he was silent. And we looked around, and then he was like, sit wherever you want. Or what did he say?
He was like, go, there, go.
Right. And he was pointing to... and this place is completely empty.
Right.
And he was like, mad dashedly pointing at a booth. It was like, sit right there. And we were just like, over here. And again, he responded with, he was like bothered or annoyed.
Yeah.
And I realized we came in early, but our expectations are low. We're just kind of trying to sit around and we want to look at a menu. We're chilling. But he seemed out of sorts.
He was perturbed. So annoyed. I don't know what happened to him that morning, but something had gone wrong in his life that morning. And he was very upset and annoyed.
I found him just very rude.
He was so rude.
Rude, and it didn't start off well.
No.
One thing I will say, the space, it's cool. It's like dark. There's a lot of black going on. But it looks cool. It's dark. There's a long bar, which I don't know why you would sit at a bar in West Sacramento eating sushi for any amount of time, but there's a long bar. It's a cool spot. Cool looking, aesthetically pleasing. The first time we went, so it was me, you, darling son, Lennox Albert, darling daughter, Luna Marie. And so we all ordered. Okay. And they bring you out some kind of soup, tofu soup. Miso soup with tofu.
Yeah.
Which I could take or leave, but whatever. It's something. And it came out relatively quickly. It's hot. And
it satiates your appetite until you get your meal.
I ate mine. Luna wasn't into it. I ate hers. So that was fine. But the first time we went, and again, we've been there twice, dining in. The first time we went, we all ordered, and you and Luna ordered sushi.
Yep.
Lennox and I ordered teriyaki. He got the kids bowl or kids meal.
He gets like the kids version of what you get, which is like rice,
right?
Teriyaki chicken and like some sort of side. He got like the fried potato patty.
Right.
Did you get that? What'd you get?
No. I got pot stickers.
Oh, okay.
Or something like that. Mm-hmm. But he got the right. Well, it's a good way to describe it. He got the child version of what I got, and I got the sort of bento box or whatever.
Yeah, essentially it's a bento box.
It's like a huge rectangle, much like this placemat in front of me, and they break it up with borders, and they're like, your rice is over here, your salad is over here. But Lennox's, he's got the kid version, so it came in a boat, which is kind of cute. Yeah. It's kind of fun. I'm eating out of a boat or something. But mine was the adult version. It had rice and a little bit of salad, chicken teriyaki. I can't think of what. Hang on.
I think you also got like a fried potato patty, and then you also got like a pot sticker. I think that's what you got.
And
So I had the lunch special bento box with gyoza as my appetizer. So there's gyoza, which is kind of like an egg roll / pot sticker. There's some rice there. There's chicken teriyaki. There's a little bit of salad, and it's all on one plate there. So what did you think? We've been there twice.
Mm-hmm.
You've gotten on the California rolls both times?
Yes. I got the California roll and more of a more elaborate specialty roll in addition to that, both times.
Mm-hmm.
I think that their sushi is great.
Mm-hmm.
And Luna loves it. Like,
yes.
She asks for sushi like on a weekly basis, and she loves.
She just asked for it earlier today. We're
yes.
like, we've been drinking.
No.
We're under the influence and cannot drive, so we can't go to a sushi place and get you food.
She did say, "Can we DoorDash some sushi?"
Right.
I was like, no.
As if you can get up to the $30 in fees, Luna Marie, for delivery.
So their sushi is really good.
Yes. I had it. I had some of yours the second time. I'm not a big sushi guy,
No.
but I had a piece of your California roll and your other roll. It was fine. Again, I'm not a sushi guy, but it was good.
Luna and I
Enjoyable.
really like sushi.
Yes.
So that was like excellent. Of all the sushi joints in West Sacramento we've been to,
Right.
this was me and Luna's favorite.
Mm-hmm.
So that was great. But the service and the wait time, like that all just like really affects my like outlook on this restaurant in general.
Yeah.
Because we have to wait. We have to wait so long.
Right.
They bring out all your dishes at different intervals.
Yeah. The first time was just
It was the worst.
glaring.
Oh
Like,
my gosh.
they brought you guys your sushi rolls, and then me and Lennox, who you? Okay, like let's break it down. You would think the chicken teriyaki is. The chicken teriyaki is cooked, ready to roll. You just splash some sauce on there. It should be the quickest, I would think, knowing almost nothing about the restaurant business.
Well,
but yeah, your guys' sushi came out super quick, and then me and Lennox were he was waiting for his sushi, for his teriyaki boat, and I was waiting for my bento box, and it was quite the difference in time.
Yeah.
We were waiting there 10, 15, 20 minutes between your sushi and our chicken teriyaki.
it was like of all like for a restaurant, it was really odd.
Right.
I haven't been to a restaurant that messed that up so badly in a really long time.
Right. Well, you would think a waiter who cares, which this guy didn't seem to care.
He was so rude.
Would be like, okay, the sushi's ready. I'm going to keep this sushi in the back room or whatever, the kitchen, until the chicken teriyaki is ready, and then present it all. And this Nicholas family will be happy.
Everything we asked him for, like any time we had to interact with him, he was so rude.
It was a chore.
And irritated.
Yeah.
And like, I get it, your job sucks. But,
oh, wow.
But I've never encountered a waiter who was that like rude and irritating.
Right.
Irritated.
Salty, sassy. Yeah. Just
it wasn't good.
Providing very poor service.
Very bad.
Just not an enjoyable dining experience. So you got the California rolls, and as you deem, because they haven't paid their web host, so their website isn't up, so we don't have a current menu. So, but you ordered a sushi roll with red in the title.
Yeah. So obviously the California roll is very basic. Like anyone who orders sushi knows this.
Right.
But that's what Luna likes, and I you know what, I do. I like it too. So we got that, and then I ordered a more fancy, elaborate roll. It had red in the title.
Red in the title.
So it was bigger, more expensive. It was spicy.
Which couldn't find on we yelled pictures of the menu from 2017, but it had red in the title. It was spicy.
Yeah, and it was like more elaborate than Luna's roll. It was delicious. Oh, it was so good. It was spicy. It was crispy. It was great. The quality seemed really good. Yeah. So the food itself was excellent. My only complaint is the service.
Right.
And the people working there.
Service does matter. When you're talking about I'm getting off my ass to go to your restaurant, I want I want some ambiance. I want some experience. I'm dining out. Give me some love. Show me some pleasure and flavor.
And especially in this year of COVID,
yes,
I am so out here to support these restaurants, and I'm so ready to give you my patronage.
Right.
I'm out here trying to tip you, and I'm trying to tip you so much. I want you to survive this.
Right.
I don't want COVID to shut you down.
Right.
So even though we got crappy service, I paid both times we went.
You
and
did.
Much to your dismay,
yes,
I tipped a lot. Both times we went, I tipped a lot, even though they didn't earn it.
Yeah.
The food itself earned it.
Yeah.
The restaurant itself did not earn it. But I'm like, this is a little local West Sacramento sushi joint. I want you to survive, guys. I want you to thrive.
Some angry young Asian waiter man shouldn't send them rocketing to the poorhouse. Well, whenever you tip, Whenever I ask you what you, because sometimes I pay, but whenever you pay and I ask you what you tipped, I was just SMH. I shake my head.
You do. Every time I pay,
I feel you overtipped.
You ask me what I tipped.
Yeah.
I always overtip.
Mm-hmm.
And then you always shake your head in dismay.
Disgust. Shaking my dang head. Yeah. So how would you rate your California roll, the red sushi with red in the title?
Am I just rating the food?
No. I don't know.
I don't know.
Rate whatever you want.
Well, you know what? The food itself,
yes.
I'm going to go 8.5.
Okay.
The ambiance, experience, service,
yes,
5.5.
Oh, it's a little high, honey. Just like the way you tip.
They hurt me. They hurt my heart.
They hurt my feelings, yo.
You know what? I over-tipped. I would have tipped like so much more though if they had been kind.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, no kidding. So to all you waiters out there, kick it up with the service, and you'll get mad ass tips from my sparkling wifey. As far as my food, the bento box. Chicken teriyaki, it was fine. Salads, completely forgettable. It's like iceberg lettuce with some crappy ranch
on it. A slice of orange.
Right. The gyoza, well, you've purchased frozen pot stickers that we had a ball with, honey, here at our home.
You know what? You can buy a frozen bag of pot stickers at the Walmart frozen section.
Right.
So all you restaurants out there serving gyoza, that are step up your game, because I can do it here at home from my man,
and
that's me. It's super yummy,
So 3 gyoza at the restaurant as opposed to 20 in a frozen bag for whatever it is, $5.
Yeah, you're not fooling us.
We're on to your game, bro. Their gyoza was fine. Their chicken teriyaki. It was fine, inoffensive, but I want to drill down on what I ordered the second time we went. I ordered something called donburi, which is described as, it's whatever you order, the protein, served over rice with salad. First time I got the chicken teriyaki, but this time with the donburi, I got the beef teriyaki. I wanted to step it up. I wanted to see what they were playing with. I wanted them to show their cards. Again, the first time chicken teriyaki, fine, but the donburi with beef teriyaki. Again, the salad, it comes separate. It comes on its own plate as in sort of an appetizer. Fine, forgettable iceberg lettuce with some creamy ranch-ish dressing, whatever. But the beef teriyaki served over rice, I was not a fan. The beef was it wasn't poor quality, but it was not good quality. It was right smack dab in the middle, half-assing it, very mediocre. And the teriyaki was extremely muted. I could barely taste it. Not a fan. Like, if you're gonna give me teriyaki sauce, pour that stuff on or kick up the teriyaki flavor times 100. That's what I'm there for. The rice was fine. It was from a big rice cooker, probably. So just was not good. And I paid. How much did I pay for it? I paid $11.95 in 2017. It cost $11.95. So it was probably $12. No, it was probably $13 today. When we went a month ago. $14 maybe. Just not worth it at all. Very poor.
You know what?
Yes.
We love the Panda Express.
We love the Panda, which is in the same shopping center, by the way.
I feel like the Panda Express teriyaki.
Yeah.
Better.
Oh yeah.
May I say
excellent.
Better?
Yeah, but it's only
cheaper.
Chicken. It is cheaper, but it's only chicken. It is good. It's consistent. It's not great, but yeah.
Well, I mean, yeah, for this supposedly higher class dine-in experience, no.
Right.
No, I'm sorry, guys.
Yeah, the chicken teriyaki I would rate as a 5, maybe a 6. The beef teriyaki for $13 or $14, whatever I paid, I would rate 4, maybe a 3.
Okay.
Just very middling. Yes.
I have to speak on behalf of our children.
Yes.
12-year-old darling daughter.
Yes, Luna Marie.
She loved her sushi.
Okay.
Oh my God. Like 10 out of 10.
Okay.
She couldn't get enough. And then son, Lennox Albert, age 9.
Yes.
Oh my God. He loved his food.
Yeah.
He could not get enough of his food.
Right.
He loved his teriyaki. He loved his potato patty thingy. Yeah. He loved his rice. He kept going on and on about how good it was. Right. So for me, that was a win.
Yeah.
And that...
Right. Anytime you can make children happy with going out to eat, it's a victory.
Well, they're super picky for one. Yeah, and then they're even more picky when we go to a restaurant. So to have them go to a restaurant and be happy with what they both ordered, I was like on cloud 9. Right. I was just really happy that they were happy. Yeah.
So... And do you remember... another fun feature about Tsuki Sushi is that they had these Japanese candies.
Oh yeah,
or whatever.
Yeah,
and you put in $1, but I don't think you really, because no one's really monitoring. But it's the kind where you give some sort of donation, and then you can grab a couple candies out of it's on a table in a little box up front. And so they grabbed a couple candies and they were enjoying them on the way home.
Yeah. So you can donate a couple of quarters and get some candy. In addition to that, when you pay your bill, they return your receipt in a little tray with some little wrapped candies.
Right.
And the kids both fought over that. They're like, I get this flavor, I get that flavor.
Yeah.
So our children were super happy. And that made me happy.
Yeah.
So yeah, that made me want to return, despite the bad service.
Right. They enjoyed Tsuki, but they would enjoy Taco Bell for a third the price, honey. And another thing about Tsuki, they're not footing the bill, honey. So if we can take them to Taco Bell, spend a third the cost, and make them equally as happy, what the hell are we doing?
Okay, I know, but as far as dine-in restaurants, dine-in is different than drive-through.
Absolutely.
And it's rare that I find a dine-in restaurant that my kids are happy and enthusiastic about. So
don't hate on the dine-in restaurant experience at Taco Bell, honey. There's a homeless guy over here. There's a passed out drunk over there. I mean, it's nonstop fun over there.
For that reason alone, if the kids ever want to go back to Tsuki Sushi on West Lake Washington
and Jefferson, yes.
I'm down. I'll be like, sure, absolutely, we can go. Even though the waiter's going to be a jerk. Well, I will take them because they were both so happy.
He was having a bad day. His lady called him up and said, I'm ready to get married, and he wasn't ready to take that step. Yes.
The opposite the opposite.
What? His boyfriend called?
He wanted to get serious and she didn't.
Oh, that's the heartbreaker. Well, they have K-pop soap operas on the television there, so maybe that bled into his real life. All right, so Streets of London and Tsuki Sushi, kind of middling reviews.
Yeah.
But we saved the best for last. This is a grand finale, like when you go to a fireworks show on the 4th of July. We're talking about Vientiane, but we pronounce it Vientiane.
Vientiane, in honor of your mother, Tian.
Yes.
Tian Copperman.
Yes, my mother. It's located on Jefferson Boulevard, I believe. It's just down the street from us, as if anyone knows where we're really. But it's down the street. It's on Jefferson, just south of the 50. It's near the place where we get manicures, honey. So the story behind this is, so we moved to West Sacramento about a year ago.
Yeah, 1 year ago.
And right away we were like, there's no Vietnamese places around here.
Yeah, because we love Vietnamese.
We love it. I'm half Vietnamese. My mom is full Vietnamese. I don't know if you know, honey. We love Vietnamese, but the closest Vietnamese is on 5th Street in downtown/midtown Sacramento, which isn't far away. No. You hop on the freeway, it's like 2 exits away.
It's not far away, but it's not local either.
Right. It's not West Sac, Best Sac. And this is West Sac, Best Eats. So it was like, okay, there's no Vietnamese fix. And I remember seeing Vientiane on Yelp or whatever, and their cuisine is Thai/Laotian. Thai,
Laotian.
Yeah, Thai.
Not Vietnamese.
Right. And Thai, I'm like, okay, pad Thai, curry, Laotian, honestly, I don't know what a Laotian is. And this is from a Southeastern Asian half Vietnamese such as myself. I don't know what Laotian food is. I'm not a big fan of Thai because I don't like peanut butter on my noodles. Okay. So I remember we avoided it for several months. And then I looked at their menu and I was like, they got spring rolls. They got noodles. Yeah. They got grilled meat. This place can't be so bad. So we went down there. And again, it's just down the street.
We've been there twice. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay.
No. We dined outside twice. I got pickup once and I brought it back here.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I remember the 2 times that we have dined outside.
Yeah. First time, I went to pick it up. And we'll talk about our most recent visits, or our most recent 2 visits. But the pickup, I got one dish I got was Lao sausage, which is just 3 sausages.
Yeah.
And I'm all about that sausage.
You love your sausage,
as you know, honey. And that isn't a euphemism, or is it?
We mean this literally.
I love my sausage. That's what he said. But it's just 3 fat, stuffed sausages.
Fat, juicy, meaty.
It's excellent. So big fan of the Lao sausage. First time or second time? I'm just going off my notes here, honey. You got the cow poon.
Yep. Yep. That soup.
It's a soup. And one thing about Vientiane, they're all about that spice. And so when you order certain dishes, you can specify on a scale of 1 to 9 spice, which is unique, something to behold. And you ordered the cow poon spice level 2, right?
Yeah, I did. I went low. Because when it comes to Asian spice, my tolerance is very low. When it comes to Mexican spices,
yes,
my tolerance is very high.
Racist? Racial. So
I know this because my ex-in-laws are Mexican.
Yes.
So I have a lot of experience with Mexican cuisine, and I can handle the high spices of those peppers.
Wow.
My sister-in-law, Kay.
Yes.
She's Mian.
Auntie K, yes.
She's Thailand, Mian. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
When she cooks, I cannot handle her spice.
She wears Michael Kors belts. Yes.
She's
and
super
has a Gucci
cute.
purse.
She's super cute and high end. But her food, when it's spicy, I can't handle it. So that is what taught me. That's how I know the difference.
Really?
Asian spices, Asian peppers are hard. I can't handle it.
Mm-hmm.
So Mexican, I have a higher tolerance for. So yeah, when we were eating at Vientiane, I went for the lower level because I didn't want to get too. Because if it's too low, I can still eat it. I just won't. I'll be like, oh, I wish this was more spicy.
And we were new to the Vientiane experience, so we didn't want to you didn't want to order a 5. I'll go with the 5, and then your face will light on fire.
Right. I wanted to at least be able to still eat it, even if it wasn't quite as spicy as I wanted.
Yeah. So you got the cow poon noodle soup, which is described from the menu as a spicy Lao vermicelli noodle soup. Chicken simmered in a coconut curry broth with cilantro, sprouts, bamboo, shredded carrots, and cabbage for $8.99. Honey, how would you rate it? What was your thoughts?
Honey, this was delicious.
You're pounding your fist on the table. For
this
emphasis.
Was so good.
It was good.
Okay, it was all deconstructed. So it came with a tub of broth.
Yeah.
And then some noodles that were just alone. So you had to toss the noodles in there.
That's the best. When they give you all the separate ingredients and you can you can do whatever you want.
It was so much fun, guys.
Yeah.
So I threw the noodles in there. I threw all the sides. I put as much spice as I wanted. I tasted it as I went.
Right.
It was so good.
It was I remember tasting it. It was very good.
The eating process also was so delightful.
Right.
So I gotta give this a 9.5.
Wow.
Why am I cutting it a 0.5? I don't know.
Because
who gets a perfect?
Right.
I don't know. But
there's no such thing as perfect.
It was excellent. It was so much fun.
Yeah.
It was delicious.
It was very good.
Yeah.
So couple thoughts here / notes. Jim Brewer, who manages / oversees KYWS, West Sacramento's
he's a radio man.
Radio station. He recommended the stuffed chicken wings. We've been there 3 times.
Yeah.
It's always been sold out. There's a sign that says we don't have whatever stuffed chicken wings sold out. We don't have stuffed chicken wings, so their much ballyhooed dish is never there or hasn't been the past 3 times.
It's on their menu.
Yeah.
But when we go in person, there's always a printed sign that says they're out of it.
Right.
Very disappointing. I really want to taste this.
Mm-hmm. Right. And listen, I know nothing about the restaurant business, but you buy some chicken wings and you stuff them with whatever you stuff them with. How do you run out of stuffing?
How do you run out of chicken wings? How do you run out of stuffing?
and if you run out of stuffing, make some stuffing up or go buy some stovetop. It's got to be at least very similar to
it's your stovetop stuffing.
Stuffed chicken wings. And as someone who's never had their stuffed chicken wings, we would be fans. We'd be like, this is the San Francisco treat. No, wait, that's Rice-A-Roni, honey. So a few more notes. So the last time we went there was a homeless gentleman in the vicinity.
Oh, this is when you were my hero.
Yes. So we ate. I killed this gnat. I killed this gnat.
Vincent Nicholas killed a gnat between his palms.
Yes.
He clapped it to its death.
Rip. Rest in power.
Should we alley-oop?
That's what you get.
And oop.
So there was a homeless gentleman, a man experiencing homelessness.
He was chilling.
An unhoused gentleman. He was chilling sans casa. But at one point, he was about 2 stores over. It's a little mini strip, is that what they call it?
Like a strip mall.
Strip mall. He was about 2 stores over, 2 windows over. And we were sitting outside because it was a fabulous day in the lovely West Sacramento. And I had you sit with your back facing him. Now, you might think, why would I want you with your back facing him in case something happened? But your back facing him. But I was facing him. So if anything were to go down, honey, I would defend your honor. I would throw him through a bar window. There isn't a bar there. Much like Charles Barkley, I would throw him through a window. I was ready. Yeah. I'd lift. I don't know if you know, but I lift. In fact, at Planet Fitness earlier today, I was pushing 55-pound dumbbells.
Oh my goodness.
On the flat bench press.
Yeah, I did.
I could have done 60-pound dumbbells, but I went with 55. I deserve it. Treat myself right.
Good for you.
Thank you, honey.
I remember at the time I was like, why are you putting me here?
Yeah.
And you're like, I need to watch if anything goes down.
Right.
And I was like, oh my God.
To the layman,
you're so sexy.
Right. To the non Israeli security guard personnel, to the person who doesn't know what's up, they might have been like, why are you putting your lady in peril? She's in danger. But I was ready to pounce. Yeah. I would have messed him up. And I could have thrown him through the Peony nail salon window or through a car window because the parking lot is right there. I had it under control. But I wanted to face him. Yes.
After you explained this to me.
Yes.
I relaxed. I calmed.
Right.
Because I knew I didn't need to worry about what was behind my back.
Right.
Because you had me. You got me.
I had it under control.
Yeah.
Another feature is that the car wash for the Chevron gas station is right there.
Yeah.
And you want to talk about ambiance, honey. You watch some cars go through a car wash. It's fascinating entertainment to watch while you enjoy your...
And you know what?
Yes.
It's good advertisement because I was like, we should get our car washed.
Right. We need all those pretty colors in the soap, and we need to put it on Instagram boomerangs for everyone to see. Hey, we're getting a car wash. And another thing, you talk about ambiance. There's a tattoo parlor about 3 doors down.
They're on the other side of the nail salon.
Right. And so you think, well, who cares about a tattoo parlor? But a tattoo parlor means there's 30-year-old men, maybe 40-year-old men, who are playing hacky sack in front of said tattoo parlor for the entire time we were eating.
The first time we went, these guys they were all like be tatted. They were all tatted up.
Yeah.
And they all came out as if they were on a break together.
Right.
And they started hacky sacking. And I was like, oh, that's funny. They must be employees.
It's middle school for me again or whatever.
And then we came back a few months later.
Mm-hmm.
And these guys came out again and were hacky sacking.
Yeah.
It's just so funny to me that they came out both times that we were dining there.
Right.
So this must be a daily occurrence, is what I'm thinking.
Okay. Well, I didn't get a great look at these gentlemen, but are they employees? Are they customers? Are they employees with customers? Are they just homeless people?
I think both times I was facing the tattoo shop. And
you were.
Okay. So I didn't necessarily recognize anybody, but they looked very similar each time. Both times they looked very similar. So I think they were employees.
Yeah. Well, that could just be you stereotyping / generalizing. What does a tattoo guy look like? Oh, he's a white guy with maybe you can't say wife beater, tank top.
Tank top.
A shirt.
Some
is what they call
cargo shorts.
Right.
And limbs tatted.
Right.
From groin to ankle, from shoulder to wrist.
Yeah. And that's the person. And very few job prospects, or doesn't care about job prospects, because how do you walk into a job interview with your sleeves blackened until your knuckles, from shoulder to knuckle? And
both times there was one woman, on each time that we went there. And she was out there hacky sacking with them. And I think it was the same girl.
Yeah.
So
she was probably a bartender from the Mushroom and Rosemont Honey. So let's get to our food. For appetizers. Again, well, we talk about Laotian, Thai. I'm not familiar with Laos. Sort of familiar with Thai. But they had shrimp spring rolls. Just like my mom makes. Yeah. So I was like, oh, I'm home. Or this is very Vietnamese-y or Vietnamese-esque. I'm half Vietnamese. My mom is full Vietnamese. So we got the shrimp spring rolls a couple times. Just very good. I mean, there's not much to it. It's rice paper, a couple shrimp, some fresh veggies in there. But when I eat that stuff, I think of my mom, and I think of home, and I think of my heritage. So big fan of those. Yeah. We also got the prawn rolls. If you remember, they were essentially shrimp fried up with an egg roll kind of outer coating.
Yeah, like a crispy wrap.
I thought they were okay. I mean, they were fine, but there wasn't much going on
there. The spring rolls were delicious. It's
absolutely, yeah.
It's so good. It's fresh. It's crisp.
Yeah.
It's so delicious.
And listen, as a half Vietnamese man, they're legit. They're right on par with how shrimp spring rolls should taste. For entrees, so I got the sticky rice, which you can get the regular rice, but the sticky rice is an upcharge. I forget how much it is, $1 or $2 more than the regular rice. But it was fun. If you remember, it came in like a wooden container. Yeah. So it came in like a little wooden container. You had to unpack. It was like an unboxing video from YouTube. Well, there you go. My wife just showed me a picture of me dining at the Vientiane. It comes in a wooden container to keep it hot, and then you take off the top of the wooden container, and the sticky rice is in a plastic wrap kind of deal. It's hard to describe, and you might not be picturing it, but just as far as rice goes, it was fun.
Yeah, it was a great presentation. Yeah, it came in like a super cute little straw basket. You had to open it. Yeah, you like plop it onto your plate. Yeah, it was adorable, really.
Yeah, it was a good time, worth the upcharge. But to be frank, there wasn't a lot of it. I'll get to my main entree in a second, but I was like, it was kind of the thing where, and I learned this as a young man, dining at Asian establishments for much of my life. But you always you got the rice, and then you got your meat, your protein, and you want to kind of balance out. You don't want to end up with too much rice at the end or leftover protein. It's kind of hit and miss.
How do you do that? How do you strike a balance?
Experience. years of saying, oh, I have too much orange chicken, or oh, I have all this plain white rice without any orange chicken. It's just experience. It's innate. It's
okay.
I was born with it. My mama taught me. Okay.
Okay.
My mama gave me that chain. Sticky rice, excellent, but there's not a lot of it. For my main entree, I got garlic pork, which has, if you look on the menu, it has a little thumbs up. And normally I might frown at that. People who look at the thumbs up on, hey, this is the local favorite dish, which is usually a lie, or the restaurant is just trying to promote whatever. But the garlic pork, out of sight.
Yeah.
Fantastic. And the texture, like they I don't know if the right word is they burn it, but they overcook it, but it's on purpose.
Yeah.
And so it has this burnt kind of texture, but I'm all there for it. It's excellent.
You like a crispy texture for sure.
Yes, I'm all about the texture life.
Totally. I tasted it also. It was delicious.
Yes.
It was so yummy.
Yeah.
Crispy.
Right.
Savory.
Just out of sight.
Flavorful.
Garlic pork. Big thumbs up. In real life and on their menu. But again, if you get it with the sticky rice, you gotta be careful with don't go crazy on the garlic pork, because then you'll run out of sticky rice. But out of sight, firecracker, enjoyable, garlic pork. One place Vientiane shines is their sauces. So they have a bunch of condiments on the side that range in price from 50 cents to $2. And I ordered one of everything.
Yeah, we did. We got everything that day, didn't we?
Yeah. Just to be like, well, I want to try this, I want to try that. And again, it's 50 cents to $2, I think is the most expensive. So just FYI, some of it is super duper spicy. Which one is it?
There was something that you and I only took like a bite of, and then we were like, okay, we're abandoning this. It was so spicy.
It was super duper spicy.
Not to say it was bad, but like you have to have a really high spice tolerance to enjoy that.
Yeah, I think it was the spicy cilantro.
You're right. That was it.
I took one bite. I was like, wow, that's really hot. And we didn't touch it after that, or I didn't touch it after that. It was like, okay, I get it. It's super hot. And you go out to eat with me once in a while, honey. You're my wife. You've been out to eat with me numerous times. When something is super spicy, I like it. But then I become a mess. Like I'm sweating, nose, snot is pouring out.
Honey.
I can't contain it's quite the sight to see, honey.
You sweat like a mofo.
Yes.
When something is just mildly hot.
Yeah.
So yeah, like you can't handle it when something is super hot and spicy.
Right. But it's such a sensation. It's so good that I continue eating it. And so, but this I had a small bite. I was like, okay, that's super hot. It's good if you're into that. If you're a heat seeker. But I wasn't. And we got this sweet chili and cucumber. We got the spicy tomato, which was more like a salsa.
Oh, that was so good.
Yeah, it was good. So again, the extra sauces, go nuts, knock yourself out for a couple bucks.
Get them for sure. They're so good.
Yeah, you'll enjoy yourself. It's a good time.
And
one thing you mentioned, I honestly can't remember if I mentioned it, honey, but Vientiane. It's so much better than your cookie cutter Chinese.
Yeah. We talked about this. It's more expensive than your typical Asian place, but it's very it's higher end. It's high end.
Right.
It's high end.
Right.
Okay.
It's
good. It's great quality.
Mm-hmm.
We haven't talked about my meal I got, babe.
Oh, I'm sorry.
And I want to.
We did the cow poon, but what did you get the last time, honey? Right, you got the some noodles. God,
yeah, you don't have the name.
What did you get?
I don't know.
Well,
I have a photo of it here, but I don't have the name. It was some like glassy amber colored noodles.
It was a curry noodles.
Really?
Is that right?
And
Okay, let's talk about your dish. You got the pad woon sen. Was it with chicken, pork, or?
It was
beef?
with chicken.
Okay, pad woon sen with chicken. It's described as, from the menu, pan fried with glass noodle, egg, broccoli, carrots, sprouts, and sweet soy sauce for $10.99.
Okay, This was like a dish that you see on MasterChef in the final rounds.
What?
This is something Gordon Ramsay would say. This belongs in a high-end restaurant.
On Jefferson Boulevard. Yes.
So this is not your typical Asian restaurant. This is not your Panda Express. This is fancy.
Right.
This is really high-end.
It's high-end, yeah.
My noodles were delicate.
Yes.
They were so flavorful.
Yeah.
They were a beautiful amber color.
Yeah.
The chicken was excellent.
Mm-hmm.
The veggies were not overwhelming. They were like the perfect balance to the noodles and the chicken.
Mm-hmm.
It was so good. I felt like I was on MasterChef tasting a dish from a final contestant.
I think you've been watching too much MasterChef with Luna Marie, honey, but continue, please.
We have. It was so yummy.
Yeah.
Like, I have... As I was eating it, I know it was bothering you because I kept talking about how good it was as we were.
I was keeping an eye on the homeless guy, honey. If things went down, I lift and
I felt so fancy. I felt special. I felt like I was on vacation.
Right.
We
were in Thailand on the beach, yo.
I felt like I was eating a special dish.
Yeah.
I didn't feel like I was just getting like my local fast food.
Yeah.
It was excellent. It was so tasty. It was so fancy.
It was good.
So good.
I had a bite, but again, it wasn't my thing. But again, we're different people. We're all unique snowflakes, honey.
We learned today that you're not a pasta man.
What? I absolutely am.
Pasta underwhelms you. We learned today.
Pasta's fine. Well, specifically, we were watching MasterChef, and was it ravioli?
Yeah, ravioli. You're like, ravioli, bleh.
Yeah, ravioli's fine, but I never desire it. I never crave it. It's a little bit of stuff in between some pasta. That's fine.
Honey.
But to take it back to Vientiane.
Okay.
I had a bite or two of yours. I remember being good, but it wasn't my thing. But again, much like darling son of Lennox Sauber says, we all have different taste buds.
Yes, we do.
Our taste buds are constantly changing. But it was definitely good, and I like to compare the amberness of your noodles, your high quality rice glass clear noodles, to, if you watch Jurassic Park, the rock that the mosquito is stuck in, it's sort of orange. So it was that kind of orange. And I realized I was a reach to a movie from 1993/1994. There goes Franklin Bizzle, our cat. He
likes my noodles.
He's staring out the window. Oh, he's looking at a dog. A man walking a dog. Your noodles were good. But you obviously enjoyed them much more than I.
I was blown away, honestly.
Yeah. So what you got, you enjoyed immensely. My garlic pork, and I should have read this earlier, but pan-fried pork marinated in garlic, cilantro, and black pepper. Outstanding. Unbelievable. With the sticky rice, again, it's a little bit of an up and up charge, but I think it's worth it. So Vientiane, all together, honey, or how would you rate her? How would you rate your individual dishes?
Lord have mercy.
Yes.
9 out of 10.
Absolutely. I absolutely agree. Why isn't it a 10? Because
I don't know.
I had to guard you against the homeless guy, honey, from peril. I had to stay on guard, much like Justin Bieber's security guard who is overweight. But he wears a nice jacket, so people fear him. Absolutely. 9 out of 10. Maybe the ambiance is what's lacking. 9.5 out of 10.
Totally.
The tattoo hacky sackers.
You got your hacky sackers on one end. You got your homeless guy on the other end.
Right. And then you got the Chevron car wash in front of you. So maybe they could work on that. Maybe we need to dine inside is the lesson we're learning here. Okay. So, to recap, to review, Streets of London. My food was fine, but your food you enjoyed.
Excellent. My food was excellent.
Service.
Blech.
Highly lacking. Next up, Tsuki Sushi. I found the food just borderline inferior. You enjoyed your sushi.
Our sushi was good.
Right, but service
Bleh.
Poor. Very lacking. Vientiane, food. Dynamite.
Out of this world.
Is the adjective I was
Yeah,
is the noun I was looking for earlier. Just
Dynamite.
on another BTS Dynamite. Wait, they're Korean and this is Laotian.
Oh dear.
But food just on another just different, special, unique.
Yeah, absolutely.
Not cookie cutter Chinese or Thai or whatever. Just definitely an experience. Their ambiance, but you're in a strip mall on Jefferson Boulevard in West Sacramento, so there's only much ambiance you can get when outside dining. But definitely, we are both big fans of Vientiane. All right, so that was it. 3 restaurants. This is West Sac Best Eats. That's the end of the program, honey. It's been fun, but not really. Let's all try a little harder next time. Like, comment, subscribe, follow, or don't. Do whatever you want. You're a grown up. Make your own decisions. Do what's best for your family. Please be sure to use our promo code for ZipRecruiter. We don't have a promo code for ZipRecruiter. Goodbye. I love you. We love you. We hope you have a good day today and tomorrow. And sure, we may have called out Streets of London and Tsuki for underwhelming service. Waiters who may have had a bad day from their loved ones. They wanted to take the next step, and the loved ones didn't, honey. But we're still good people, and I'm still a good person. Thank you for listening. Thank you for your time. I hope you have a wonderful day/night. Bye-bye.